Institutional shares of mutual funds are a class of shares specifically designed for institutional investors, such as pension funds, endowments, foundations, large corporations, and wealth advisors. These shares are typically offered alongside other classes of shares, such as retail shares or advisor shares, and differ in certain characteristics, including fees, minimum investments, and eligibility criteria. Here are some key features of institutional shares of mutual funds. 1. Lower expense ratios. Institutional shares generally have lower expense ratios compared to other share classes of the same mutual fund. This is because institutional investors typically invest larger amounts of money, allowing them to negotiate lower fees with the fund provider. The lower expense ratios can enhance the net returns for institutional investors. 2. Higher minimum investment requirements. Institutional shares often have higher minimum investment requirements compared to other share classes. This is because institutional investors typically have larger investment capacities and can commit significant amounts of capital to a mutual fund. 3. Eligibility criteria. Institutional shares are generally available only to institutional investors that meet specific eligibility criteria. These criteria may include minimum investment amounts, regulatory requirements, or other qualifications specified by the mutual fund provider. Retail investors typically do not have access to institutional share classes. 4. Customized services. Institutional investors often have specialized needs and may require tailored services or reporting. Mutual funds offering institutional share classes may provide additional services, such as customized reporting, dedicated client service teams, or personalized investment solutions to meet the specific requirements of institutional investors. 5. Exemption from certain regulations. Institutional share classes may be exempt from certain regulations that apply to retail investors. For example, some regulations may limit the frequency or timing of trades for retail investors, but such restrictions may not apply to institutional investors. It's important to note that institutional shares are generally not available for individual retail investors. Retail investors typically have access to other share classes, such as Class A, Class B, or Class C shares, which have different fee structures, minimum investments, and shareholder services. Before investing, it is advisable to carefully review the prospectus and consult with a financial advisor to determine which share class is most suitable for your investment needs and objectives.